Dragonhead will want to meet you. Looks like you're moving up in the world.
It's Raven. Yes, sir. Don't worry. Now they trust him. He's in.
Sleepwalking through it all. You've been sleepwalking. Get back home.
No countdown. Hello and welcome to the Sleeping Dogs live stream. It is I, your friend Hundar, joined by my two friends,
Billy Shibley.
Patrick.
Hello.
yes, the IG team here with me. We're gonna, I don't know, do all sorts of stuff. We're gonna get into crime, vice. We're gonna beat people up. We're gonna talk with the lead designer, lead producer, senior producer,
one of the
Jeff
senior
O'Connell.
producers. Yeah.
He's gonna come by, shed some light on this crazy game and sort of the long development process. That's, I don't know, some good stories coming out of there, I'm sure. So, but hey, first things first. I think we have a very special guest. Oh, special guest. Hello.
Who's delivered our lunch here?
Chinese food, guys. Sleeping dog. I got some chopsticks.
Got some chopsticks. All right.
Do we have
There
to
we
use
go.
these?
What do you? Okay, so we ordered Chinese food.
Welcome, guys.
Is that a katana? I see. This is
Yeah.
confusing to me.
Roll. This is a multicultural.
Okay, I'll take the katana. I mean, I don't know.
Sure.
Chop some salad, you know? That's
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Here's your salad.
Oh, thank you. Salad.
Some rice.
Traditional.
Rice here.
I got brown rice.
I also
I got
got
the
brown rice.
Are we all super healthy nerds getting
Yeah.
brown rice?
Brown rice, maybe.
Being healthy is wrong.
Yeah.
I don't want to be.
I'm gonna put this rice in my cup holder here.
Yeah, you guys should enjoy this. This is I made this.
You made this yourself, huh?
From
Is
scratch?
that why?
Yeah, veggie. I know you're a veggie guy.
Oh yeah,
From
thanks.
bread-
Thanks.
Veggie orange chicken.
Veggie orange chicken.
This one's legit. I'm keeping this.
I think that's mine.
That's Shib's. No, Shib's is the other one.
Yeah, I had the sweet and sour chicken or whatever.
Sir, if you want your tip, you need to give us our food correctly.
In all honesty, we literally have not eaten lunch yet.
Make
So.
sure you eat your little
Cookies?
fortune cookies, you know?
We'll read those later.
Okay.
Live on the air.
So
Nice catch, Ty.
who's got money for a tip? Anybody? I got a tip. Get a real job. Just kidding. There's a $100 bill to the windshield. I guess.
Yeah, if you want.
Sure. All right. Well,
so
walk,
here we go.
This is an unexpected turn of events.
All right. What's going
Actually,
on?
pass me that salad. Yeah.
Some dudes are doing stuff here. It looks like.
So Billy set us up.
So, Sleeping Dogs is what I would describe as an open world action game. You drive cars in it. There's missions you can do. It takes place in Hong Kong, so open world Hong Kong game.
So kind of similar to GTA in a way?
Yeah, definitely.
Where you're getting, you can carjack and shoot stuff.
Yep. It seems like it's pretty heavily influenced by, Hong Kong cinema film.
Nice.
Seems to be a pretty big inspiration for this. I know when I saw the game back in February, they mentioned The Departed, which is actually based on a pretty famous Hong Kong film. So. Bye.
Thank you, delivery man.
Bye, Donald.
Thank you, Donald.
Someone will tip him. Don't worry, guys.
Isn't that the producer's job? Oh, wait.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
This
Natalie,
orange
can
chicken
you?
is hella good. It's fake orange chicken.
You guys are making me really
fake
jealous
orange
right
chicken.
because I'm starving.
Billy is surrounded by 2 vegetarians, and Billy himself is drinking the blood of a snake. So it's true.
He's kind of the odd one out.
So this is actually like the very, very beginning of the game. Like we don't have any save file or anything. We're just jumping into it here.
Right.
And it looks like they're putting us through some tutorial stuff.
Screwing up an honest fish market, just trying to make its way in this world. Who do you think you are? Oh, that guy.
Later, dude.
Later. Patrick, this food is incredibly good.
Shut up.
Thanks,
starving.
Donald. Good job.
Someone's got to play this
Yeah.
damn game.
Billy's got to play the game while I eat delicious food next to him, making him jealous.
Yes.
Whoa, chicken.
Whoa, chicken.
There seems to be a lot of jumping through windows and over counters in this game.
Yeah. As it should be. Keep running, Billy. Never stop. Whoa!
A little Uncharted slowdown right there. I like that. All right.
A little bit domestic.
Gee, I don't. Where do I? I can't figure out.
What'd you do?
Whoa! I was
You were
arrested.
arrested,
You suck.
Billy.
Wow.
Billy,
We've already,
you're supposed to run away
I've
from
already
the cops,
ruined
not
this
run into
live
Is that on
stream.
purpose? You
Sorry,
were
guys.
demonstrating you can be arrested in this.
Yeah. Exactly. So you can be arrested in this game. It's one of the.
Or you can just run into the river.
Is this gonna be like the Dawn Guard live stream all over again?
I hope so. You know, Billy, if you just want to eat, you can just say so. You don't have to just die over and over again until someone takes the controller.
Oh, I got it. That's cool.
Bam!
Oh, the blinking door. That's where I go. Okay, got it.
Much better that time. Whoa. Guys, you got the wrong dude.
So you're actually playing an undercover cop in this game, infiltrating the Triad. I actually really like how the dialogue is in Chinese with subtitles. That's pretty cool.
It's the way to go for sure.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people played Assassin's Creed in Italian, which you can do.
Yeah, although apparently the dialogue and accents of the voice actors from the Italian version of that were awful.
Oh, really?
I only know one because you know Sterling.
Yeah.
His wife is Italian.
Oh, okay.
So he did that, and she would just get so frustrated about how wrong the dialect
That's really
was.
funny. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure this is.
So what did you get arrested for?
I just think they were trying to push me through that
Oh,
that
into the system
area.
here?
Yeah, push it through the story here.
Well, you're in jail now. On
Lucy
purpose?
Liu is in this game.
Oh, Lucy Liu.
That's crazy.
So was it like a fake you getting arrested so that now you can pretend you're a criminal?
You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure
Make some
exactly how
contact.
this is opening up here.
That seems legit to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Infiltrate
we're taking
Hong Kong
questions
prison.
on the Machinima Facebook page.
Yeah.
There's a post about the Sleeping Dogs live stream, so you can just leave your questions in the comments in that, and I will read them on air
Yeah.
when appropriate.
Hell
I'd like to ask a question about this dude's chest tattoos. They're pretty sweet.
yeah. Billy, would you
Would
ever
you
get
ever?
it? Oh, man. Oh, mind meld. Would you ever get a chest tattoo?
Yeah, only if it was of a sweet dragon, though.
With dragon? Doing
Yeah.
anything? Or just like
Just,
chilling?
it's just being cool.
Wearing sunglasses?
Yeah.
Surfing? I'm a luck dragon. Yeah, probably about the same. Go big or go home, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like to get a tattoo of this bowl of orange chicken on my chest. Pretty damn good. So good.
Because it's delicious. Orange chicken, in quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you get?
Firecracker chicken.
Oh, that was my first choice.
Chicken.
Is it spicy?
Eh.
Yeah. We're eating Chinese food from the restaurant that gave Robot Chicken its name, though. That's exciting and interesting.
Is that true?
Yeah, they have this place has a dish called Robot Chicken.
Oh
And,
man, I wish I'd known that. I would have ordered that.
That was where they got the name from.
What restaurant?
Kung Pao Bistro on Santa Monica and
There's
Fairfax.
a plug for you right there.
Yeah.
Boom.
There you go, Kung Pao Bistro. Send us
Yeah,
free
you're
food.
welcome.
I almost ordered Robot Chicken, but I don't know what that is, and so I was...
I don't think it matters.
It's just for the story.
You know?
All right, interrogation time?
Yeah,
Let's
looks like
skip-
it.
You want to just skip
Skip.
that scene?
All right. Yeah. Yes, I do.
Let's just get to
I was
beating
waiting
up-
for someone else to say
beating
it.
up and the car crashing and the shooting and
By the way, I love video games that use floppy disks as the save
Yeah,
icon.
still.
It's one of my favorite.
I'm waiting for the day when like I have a younger coworker or a child.
That is like, what is that? Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Father, what is this?
What's that weird shape?
You mean we all didn't just keep computer files in our brains?
Right.
When Matt brought up the point about blinking VCR, like 12 o'clock things today on IG,
On IG Daily, yeah.
kind of broke my heart a little, but it's true. Watch today's
Follow
IG to
Jackie.
realize what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, it's not in the cut.
Aww. Jokes you will never know about.
Yep, exactly.
Unless John does another one of those outtake videos, which
Yeah.
are
I think he has those running constantly.
so funny. To be fair, I haven't checked his channel in a little while, but
Well, now you're free. You're out in the city streets. Is this a
Yeah.
whore? Talk to her. Talk to the whore.
I don't. All right, let's see what happens here.
What's up, girl? How you doing?
So,
you got a smoke for me?
I think I just made her drop her cigarette.
It's real smooth, Billy. Real smooth.
just so everyone out there in the internet sphere knows, Jeff O'Connell, the senior producer on this game, is on his way.
Cool.
He's stuck in traffic, but he'll be on the live stream.
Yep.
So if you have any specific questions for him, or anybody who worked on the game, he'll be able to answer them in more detail than us.
Until then, Billy will just keep slapping the cigarettes out of the hands of prostitutes.
Exactly.
Great.
That's very presumptuous of you.
What? Look at how she's dressed. Also,
Oh, she's just. Yeah.
Hong Kong's taught me anything. Look at her. Uh-oh.
You asshole! I'm going to rip you apart. That guy.
I don't like the looks of this.
Can we
dude.
talk about this dude's gnarly face scar? Like it goes like all the way around his head.
I think it was people in this game are always jumping through windows. I bet he tried to jump through a window that was a little bit stronger. Cut him the fuck up.
So this is the combat. When I talked to some of the guys from United Front Games back in February, they actually mentioned that Arkham Asylum was a pretty big influence for them on this stuff. Just kind of like the general like flow and like style of the combat, where you can jump from different guys pretty quickly, and there's also like a counter.
It's telling you to hold
system.
square, not to mash it.
Oh. Talking and playing games at the same time, people.
Do that.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously has that kind of like, at least not right now because it's just a tutorial, but I remember seeing other footage of the combat in this game, and it's fairly smooth about like countering and bouncing around between enemies, so you can manage a large number of attackers at one time.
Boom, boom. Okay, that's.
There's a lot of hand-to-hand combat in this game, Billy.
Yeah.
A lot.
Okay, there we go. I got it now.
Yeah, you gotta be fast. You hold it on the third one.
Yep.
Oh. These guys cannot die until they successfully pull off this move. They're living in agony for your sake.
This is going pretty well.
God damn it.
Boom.
Square, hold square.
That's what I'm doing.
You're right, Ty. Seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
There we
Yay.
Finally.
go. God.
My guys finally can die now. The sweet release of death.
Yeah, I haven't eaten lunch yet, guys. I'm starving here.
My mind is sharp as a whip, full of orange chicken.
Full of orange wheat gluten.
Yeah, exactly. He pushed you.
All right, let's see if
see
there's
that
any
one.
questions here.
There we go. All right.
Oh, God. This guy has
Those
a-
guys were just waiting behind those doors.
Yeah.
They didn't even bother trying to open them. They just ran straight into them at full speed.
He hasn't completed the combo yet. Wait for it.
Oh,
Grappling.
here's a
Tap
question
X to
from
strike grapple,
Clyde
R2 to
Manharry.
throw in any direction.
Manhara.
Were you able to customize the game at all in the character at all
No,
at the beginning?
this
or
is
just standard?
this is like a named character who has like a backstory and stuff like that. So there's really no customization stuff. I do think that later on in the game you can dress him up in different clothes and stuff like that, sort of like GTA. But in terms of his just kind of like features, he is this character.
Ow. It's a hard
Oh,
one.
man,
that's pretty brutal.
Guys on.
Yeah, this ain't no carpeted.
The tiles reveal everything. Did you see what caused this fight, Billy?
These dudes came in and were like, "Yo, I want to mess with you,"
Yo.
and I was like,
Not gonna
Another
happen.
Saturday night for you, Billy. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Come in, kick their asses.
Brett, I know you've never been to Hong Kong, but if you have, you would know that these types of
just really normal.
fist fights break out
Constant.
on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Prostitutes everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And there's prostitutes everywhere, that's correct.
Yeah, Billy went to Hong Kong
in February.
to
Yeah.
check out this game. We can talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah,
Tell us about
definitely.
your adventures.
There were many of them.
Billy's descent into vice.
It's a nice tease.
It's a nice tease. We're gonna do everything you did there.
All right, so this is one of the environmental kills. Yeah, there's a lot of those in this game, and they're all pretty awesome from what I've
You
seen.
at the very least broke a lot of his ribs.
Yeah.
Yes. He has internal bleeding, hopefully.
Yeah. Cool chest tattoo didn't do so well. Bummer, dude. Salads at pizza places and Chinese restaurants are so
Not good.
Not real.
You ever see that Family Guy skit where it's like how every pizza place
Oh, yeah,
makes a
it's like-
salad?
Put in a half a head of lettuce. Throw in a whole tomato. Should I cut it up? No.
That's so funny. Well, you beat up 25 people.
Yep.
Now you're meeting a new contact.
I'm gonna let this cutscene run for a minute here.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be funny if, like, it's some horrible twist, I realized, like, that my chicken is not the real chicken and that one of you had the real chicken?
I ate the whole thing. When I'm throwing up in about 20 minutes,
That's like the end of the Twilight Zone episode that is this live stream.
It was the real
Wait a minute.
chicken.
This isn't real chicken. No.
Sleeping Dogs live stream brought to you by M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan. He's working on a new movie.
Because I'm pretty sure my salad just has sweet and sour sauce on it. Like, that's the dressing. That's pretty awesome.
Danny Jones says, I heard this was based off of True Crime Streets of LA. Is that true? Actually, Danny, this was originally True Crime Hong Kong. And then basically it changed publishers, and because it changed publishers, it had to change its name because it was no longer part of the True Crime franchise.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get into that when Jeff shows up because I do want to ask him about it. But
definitely.
This game does have a pretty interesting development history because it was originally going to be published by Activision, and I understand it was pretty far along in development when Activision decided not to publish it. And so United Front Games had like an almost completed game here, and no one to publish it, and then Square came along and picked it up. And
that's cool. I mean,
Yeah,
there are
I'm glad to
always
see
so
that
many
this game
horrible
came out.
stories about,
Definitely.
developer shutdowns and stuff like that. So it's nice to hear about, something happening where a game got theoretically canceled, but the publisher still allowed it to be passed over to another developer, or to another publisher, so it could still come out.
Definitely,
So that's
and,
nice.
and Activision isn't necessarily known for their business taking risks, and so it's
Exactly.
cool that someone can come along and kind of counter. Okay, there we go. Boom. So when the enemies turn red, that means they're about to attack you, and you can hit triangle and counter their attacks.
Just like Batman.
Yeah, it's very similar to Batman. Oh.
Except you don't hit like Batman. Just a poor, honest cop.
There we go. Boom.
Still. Jesus.
And if dudes are on the ground, you can hold circle and bring in their cup.
Stomp on their faces.
All right.
Till they're dead.
Oh, that was cool. That guy was behind me and he kicked and I just grabbed his leg. Like he didn't like turn around or anything. It was actually really fluid animation.
Nice.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah. I will say from what I played of this game earlier, back in February, they did do a really great job of recreating Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And I think that was sort of the point of them taking us out there, is to like kind of prove like, hey, we didn't just like slap,
Bullshit all of this?
yeah, we didn't just bullshit this and like slap some neon lights on some crappy looking buildings. Like this is actually what Hong Kong looks like,
Right.
and it does. It's a pretty crazy place.
Did they show you the city first and then the game, or just
Yeah, yeah. Brendan and I got solicited for suits very often. Dudes coming up to us all the time asking us if they if we wanted custom suits, which
Right,
is a
I think
thing
that's
in Hong Kong.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
And then, but then I guess the cool thing is that they actually keep you on file.
Yeah.
So you can like you just go there once, and for the rest of your life, you can just order them, and they will send you a new suit wherever.
And they'll make a suit in like 5 or 6 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty. They'll like measure you and then.
Wow.
Cool. Well, it looks like that senior producer Jeff O'Connell is here.
These types of stores are all over the place as well.
So.
How about I offer up my seat,
How's it going,
You're
Jeff?
gonna offer up your seat?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
and then
I was gonna pop out.
Actually, yeah, no. I give him the middle seat so that
All right.
and I can both grill.
Cool. We're gonna
Welcome.
do you want to
play some music.
Thanks for
With,
swinging by.
by.
Patrick, nice to meet you, man.
either
Have a
way.
seat.
I can sit there.
Okay.
If you wanna sit
Okay.
there
Cool.
and ask
Yeah,
questions.
that'd be good.
How's it going? Welcome.
What's up, man, Billy? How's it going, dude?
Brett.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Here, take this sword. This is here for an unrelated reason. But you might as well enjoy it.
So we're here with Jeff O'Connell, senior producer, right?
Yeah.
On Sleeping Dogs. We got the retail copy in the PS3 right now, so you guys are as done as it gets.
Yes, it's hard to believe.
How's
but,
it feeling?
It feels great.
Yeah.
I know you guys know the history of this game.
Totally, yeah, and I actually wanted to talk to you about that a little bit.
Yeah, to be here a week out from release and feeling really good about the game. There was a point where I didn't think we'd be here. So
Totally.
To be here and to feel like the game is strong and fun, we're thrilled. I'm really happy.
Cool. So yeah, it's one of the things we touched on a little bit earlier, but kind of the very storied development history. You guys were originally going to get published by Activision, and then that changed. After that happened.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
is his mic on? Oh, we gotta. Here, I got you. Boom.
Here we go. We're back.
Is he?
And we're
Is he
I'm
good?
gonna take my sword away.
He's like, sorry, you can't have that, sir. You may be dangerous. But yeah. So obviously, some things had to change, I'm sure, in that process. Like, what was that like for you guys, just kind of personally, like going through that whole ordeal? I'm sure it was a roller coaster. I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was really hard for us as a studio. We've got a lot of veterans on the team, guys who've made all kinds of games, and a lot of guys who've made open world games, and I don't think any of them had ever had a game canceled before. And obviously, when that happens as a studio, you have to let a lot of people go, which was a dark, dark day for us. And listen, man, it sucked. It was really hard. And I guess the thing that kept us going was it wasn't too long after that happened that Square was in touch with us and said, listen, we've played the game, we think it's awesome, and we're interested in talking with you about finishing it. So it wasn't too long a period of downtime, and all the way through. I've been on this game since day one, and we always believed in it. We always thought it was something special, and it was great that Square thought the same thing.
That's cool. So it was pretty far along, right? Like when Square decided to say, like, hey, we were thinking about publishing it. We want to take a look at it. Like,
Nope. Still having my
we're
problems,
figuring out
apparently.
audio things here. We good? Okay. Well,
We'll find out.
Brett, how you doing over there?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm playing for the first time, but picking it up quickly.
Sweet.
Just threw somebody into a phone.
As you should.
Yeah, it's one of our combat props. It sounds like you guys have just started the game, so
Yeah, we decided to kind of jump into it here.
That's great. It's great. The game starts. We do present like action right away. You guys had the chase off the top and all that, but there's a lot of mechanics. Easy to pick up and play, like you said, but there's a lot of them. So the first part of the game is a lot of tutorials, but there's a lot of flavor there and a lot of action too.
Well, it seems like you guys definitely have a lot of, and I was actually at the event in Hong Kong back in February.
Sweet,
yeah. And which was awesome in a number of ways. But
Yes, it was.
But one of the things you guys talked about there was like, you have a lot of different mechanics in play here. You have the hand-to-hand combat, but you also have gunplay, and then there's kind of the structure of the open world questing, and then there's the driving stuff. And you said you made it a point to try and make all that stuff feel like it should in a game that's just one of those things.
That's right. Yeah, we felt like there are a lot of open world games these days that focus so much on the linear piece that they forget the sandbox element. So we didn't want to forget that sandbox element. But our kind of core promise to people was that you're never going to have experienced mechanics like this in an urban open world game in terms of the fighting and the shooting and the driving. So we looked at what else was out there, and we had a lot of guys from different studios who'd worked on games where fighting is the main mechanic or driving is the main mechanic in the open world. So we just worked with our team and tried to make everything feel as good as it does in a linear game. And I think it feels like we're really close.
Awesome.
If not even better in some ways.
Totally. That's awesome. So Brett's collecting some produce here. It looks like.
He's those red envelopes. He's not collecting the bok choy there. He's getting the red envelope. So he's extorting money from these vendors. The central conflict at the start of the game is the guy who Wei has gone to work for, the Triad boss, is in conflict with another Triad boss within the same Triad. And this other boss is trying to take over this night market, and Wei's gone to straighten out the vendors, tell them that they work for his boss.
So obviously one of the things that I experienced going to Hong Kong and then playing this game was the realization that you guys, I'd like to hear about your process in terms of recreating Hong Kong, because you guys have done a really, really great job of actually capturing the city, which I think is one of those things that I don't think I would have known if I hadn't actually gone there.
Yeah, like you said, the city is really different.
Yeah,
and it's. I think part of that you can only kind of get once you've been there and you see it. But hopefully we've done enough in terms of the sounds and the sights that even if you haven't been there, you get a sense of what that flavor is.
Definitely,
and you appreciate it even if you haven't been.
Like these street markets, for example, are actually all over the place in Hong Kong.
Yeah. And on that trip, we visited the big one over in California, right?
Yeah.
So, the thing about these markets is that they're crowded and you can buy kind of whatever you want. In the game, you see all kinds of pens, but you'll be able to come back in here later. You can buy stuff for your safe house. You can buy clothing. You can buy food. So, we did want to deliver that experience. Yeah, it's a sight to behold. If we could have put the smells that we smell over there in the game, that would have been even better. But current technology limits.
Maybe next gen,
maybe
smell-o-vision in the consoles.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what we're hoping for. Hong Kong is a very gritty city.
It is.
It definitely has.
It's there are parts of it that feel very kind of clean and organized, but then there's parts of it that just feel really lived in.
Totally.
And those night markets were part of it. So that's where a lot of the more visible Triad activity is, right? The guys on the streets and that sort of stuff who are doing deals or whatever. So that's where Wei starts the game, kind of at street level, and he works his way up more to the different kind of business behind the scenes. But we wanted you to get that sense of what it was like to be on the streets to start the game.
Cool. So it looks like Brett has purchased a nice baseball hat.
Give me some ice cream.
Blowing all his money on hats and ice cream, just like you would in real life.
Just like you would in real Hong Kong.
Popsicle.
Popsicle.
So we have a question from Facebook for Jeff.
Sure.
Tyler Cameron is asking about romance in the game.
Romance.
Yeah.
Sure. There are 4 dateable girls in the game. All the dateable girls, once you've kind of completed that quest, they unlock the ability for Wei to see certain things on the mini-map that he normally wouldn't be able to see. So it's kind of a cool reward. The other cool part about those girls is phenomenal actresses played them. First dateable girl who you encounter in the game, her name is Amanda. Emma Stone plays Amanda.
Oh, wow.
The second dateable girl is Tiffany. Tiffany was played by Yunjin Kim from Lost.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. We've got a really amazing voice cast, and since I will never be able to date Emma Stone in real life, this is about as good as it gets.
Although you got as close as any of us ever will, I'm sure.
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, I got to help pick Emma as the girl who would play Amanda. I did not get to go to the recording session.
Oh, bummer.
I know. Nothing will ever make up for that.
That's cool. That was actually a really good question. I had no idea that stuff was in here.
That's me neither. Yeah. But apparently the people on Facebook have heard a lot about it.
I saw Lucy Liu's name in the opening credits. Is she also one of those romance options, or is she a different character?
She's a different character. She plays Vivienne, who's a Hong Kong pop star. Cool. And one of the things that we found out in our research was that the entertainment industry in Hong Kong is very closely tied to the Triads. And in real life, actually, several Hong Kong film stars, including Jackie Chan, have led street protests where they've tried to say, we have to stop the Triad involvement in the film industry. But they're in the music industry, they're in the film industry, and that piece of the story is sort of true to life, how this character, Vivian, played by Lucy Liu, is sort of owned by one of these record producers. And Wei gets involved, and we're just having fun with the ambient population here.
Inevitably, open world games always devolve into this.
You're still upset about that popsicle thing.
So mean.
So what Brett's doing here is a favor. So he's finished one of the main missions of Extortion, and he's doing a favor now for this character asking. This character has asked Wei to bring some money back to the Golden Koi.
Okay.
And on his way, he encounters these guys who were sort of waiting for him because he beat up their buddies earlier. So the street festival here is cleared out. The ambient world is reacting to what has happened in the game. And Wei is now taking these guys out. And I think I heard you guys say, the combat props glow red.
Yep.
You can throw guys through those windows there. Some of the things in the world that aren't highlighted
are still kind of interactive.
Yeah.
By the way, one of my favorite things just in games in general is like fake soda brands. I think Dragon Kick is a really good one.
Yeah. Hong Kong is such a commercial place that we wanted to recreate our own brands and really have them stand out in the world. So we worked with graphic designers and that kind of stuff to make them all unique. You can see the face meter there on the screen. That gives Wei additional health recharge, and actually the enemies will be intimidated when that is activated.
Oh, okay. Oh, going into the speaker.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, context takedowns are fantastic.
Well, I think that comes from when we started to get excited about Hong Kong and we were watching like Jet Li and Jackie Chan. They don't just fight using their fists and their feet. They're using.
Totally.
If you fight in the kitchen, they'll use pots and pans, or they'll use the stove, and just the environment use in Hong Kong film is sick. So that's what we wanted to be.
So obviously, like you said, Hong Kong cinema was a huge influence for you personally. Like, are there any movie or a couple of movies that you feel is your favorite?
I think there's two sides to it. I think dramatically, we've been inspired by Infernal Affairs and Triad Election. Infernal Affairs is the movie that inspired The Departed, and then the Triad Election series. Those are 1 and 2. They're both amazing movies. 2, I think, has a real sort of seriousness to it, and that played into our story. But on the action side, I mean, it's everybody from old school Bruce Lee all the way up through, what John Woo did with Chow Yun-fat in terms of the gunplay, and then, even guys like Tony Jaa and stuff and what they're doing now. That got us excited. So there's just so much to draw from there.
And it's funny because it seems like it's an aesthetic and a style that hasn't necessarily been explored a lot in games. You've seen some games here and there that have like dipped into it, but I don't think there's a game that has like kind of leaned into it as hard as you guys have here, which is cool.
Well, thanks, man. I think Stranglehold kind of went there a couple years ago, and there have been a few others. Like one of the Shenmues.
Yeah, the Shenmue style stuff. Feels somewhat tonally similar, but
there's the hat looking good. I think there's over 300 or 400 different clothing items, and you can kind of, some of them are inspired by stuff from Hong Kong cinema. Like there's a jumpsuit sort of Bruce Lee inspired.
Awesome.
So we just were kind of big fanboys, and when we got started, I have to admit, myself and a lot of the other guys at the studio didn't. We kind of knew the John Woo and that sort of stuff, but our design director, Mike Scupa, was like, no, these are the movies you have to watch. And from there, that kind of got the ball rolling. And it would have been easy to do sort of a Big Trouble in Little China kind of cliche thing, but once you kind of get into it and you appreciate how awesome it is and how deep that history is, we just really wanted to do it justice.
Man, there's like a deep, deep hole there that I feel like, once I start playing this game, I feel like I could easily fall down it.
Well, I think there's a ton to do in the game. There's the main mission flow. There's 30 main missions. There are 4 police cases, each with 4 parts that are more investigative.
Brett is brutal.
Got confused.
Hey,
real subtle there.